Intersectional feminism for me just recognises that we're all different as women. We're all feminists. We're all striving for equality and wanting the same things, but we all have different experiences and we can learn from each other's different experiences. So together we can, smash the patriarchy. This is right there. Hi, I'm Helen and this is my channel Helen Explains, where I talk about books and kind of terminology on the topics of anti-racism, intersectional feminism, politics. Today I want to talk about the word TERF. Now, not TERF, but TERF, T-E-R-F, and what it stands for, what it means, and why I hate it so much. Yeah, I feel strongly about this topic because for me it doesn't align with my feminism. So the word TERF stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. Now, I personally would consider myself a radical feminist. I strongly believe in feminism and everything it stands for, particularly intersectional feminism, which I've talked about in another video, because it's so important to recognise that not all women have the same experiences. Not all women show up in the world exactly like each other. Like, for example, I'm a white cisgendered woman who, I have a lot of privilege. I don't have the same sort of lived experiences as maybe a black trans woman or a South Asian sort of disabled woman. I'm not disabled, so there are no sort of barriers for me when I'm getting around in the world. I'm white, which comes with all its privileges, and I'm cisgendered. I align with the gender that I was assigned at birth, and for me, I do identify as a lesbian, but I'm not a kind of very visibly queer woman. I wear my little rainbow pin and stuff, but I can pass as kind of like a straight woman, so I don't get a lot of that prejudice. Intersectional feminism for me just recognises that we're all different as women. We're all feminists. We're all striving for equality and wanting the same things, but we all have different experiences and we can learn from each other's different experiences. So together we can, smash the patriarchy. This is right there. So let me get into what a TERF is. Now, TERFs are, as I said, trans exclusionary radical feminists, which means that they exclude trans people and particularly trans women from their feminism. They believe that women have to be born female in order to be a woman. Now, there's a lot of difference between sex and gender, and the two can sometimes be used synonymously, and it's not good practice to do that. So for me, trans women are women. They are women who show up in the world, they present as a woman, and that's their choice. They aligned with that gender. They might have been assigned male at birth, but that's not who they truly are. They are truly a woman. For me, trans women should be included in this feminism. I don't see any reason why not. Now, TERFs will say that they don't belong in feminism. They will say that they don't have the same lived experiences as a woman. Maybe they've spent the first, 30 years of their life presenting as a man, and then they transition to be a woman. So they spent 30 years of having that male privilege, and then they've transitioned to a woman, and that they align, their gender now aligns with who they feel like they are inside, yet they apparently don't belong in feminism. That just doesn't make sense to me. I understand that you feel like women have this unique experience in the world, but trans women have a unique experience that's different to sort of white women or black women or disabled women. We're all women and we've got these different intersections, but we're ultimately all still women. We might have all these different lived experiences, but we're ultimately still women. Now, I found since I've come out as a lesbian that there are a lot of TERFy lesbians, and it's really not okay in my opinion. It just doesn't, I don't know, I've been on dating apps, and there's a couple of people who literally have it in their bio, something really transphobic, being if you're not a real woman, I don't want to know, or something like that. And it's just oh, come on, why are you excluding these people? You don't know these people. And for me, it feels like it comes from a place of fear. A TERF is someone who was plain and simply transphobic. The transphobic narrative is really horrible, and I really feel like it comes from a place of fear, fear of men and fear of predatory men, but trans women are not men. And there's no reason for them not to be included in feminism, and there's no reason for them not to be acknowledged as women and protected as women, because they are experiencing so much prejudice and so much hate. Just look at the UK press and media and how much trans people have been absolutely vilified. Just this year, there was a 16-year-old trans girl, Brianna Gay, who got murdered just for being themselves. Like, it's a massive problem that, you know, that there's so much hate and fear towards trans people that they're literally being murdered, like children are being murdered. For me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would we be excluding trans women from our feminism when they are having a much tougher time of it? Honestly, it really makes me angry because I mean, I'm not going to go into it, but like J.K. Rowling, she has been absolutely fundamental in pushing the transphobic narrative and the TERF narrative of excluding women and having that fear of trans women. There are plenty of other sort of creators and trans creators, YouTube creators, who have put together brilliant videos and brilliant discussions on J.K. Rowling. So I'll link to them below in the description, because they've tackled it with a lot more nuance than I have. Yeah, it just makes me really angry because there's just no need. And like as a lesbian, I'm attracted to women, and I include trans women in that group because trans women are women. I'm attracted to women, so why would I not?